and for my second homeland, America. God
Wow.
bless you all. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
This is a very powerful moment. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna get this emotional.
On August 28th, 2013, terrorists detonated a 400-pound car bomb on the east wall of the forward operating base, Ganzi.
Ganzi. The way that he says things sometimes is so freaking funny.
Ripping open a 60-foot wide breach into a compound that housed NATO coalition forces, a lot of them. Along the way, he encountered a Polish soldier. 10 Taliban fighters wearing suicide vests swarmed through. At one point, shrapnel ripped through the Polish soldier's legs, rendering him unable to walk, very, very severely hurt. Insurgent appeared, rounding a corner with his suicide vest, fully armed. He charged the wounded Polish soldier without hesitation. Michael raised his gun and forced himself between the insurgent and the man he just met, shielding him with his own body. You know, bravery's amazing. You never really know who's brave, who's not, until they're really tested. We think some people are brave.
Yes.
And they're not.
Yes. I think a lot of the problem with a lot of Western ideas or people that come from privileged backgrounds is that they hold all of these ideas and beliefs, but you don't know how strong somebody's ideas are until they're tested with an actually high pressure situation. And that's a value that I've noticed is quite common in this side of the world. You know, they have a saying here that nie ruszać słowa na wiatr or something like that, which means that throw your words into the wind. And I think this is a similar value that Americans and Polish people share. This idea of bravery, of fighting for your independence, and courage.
He was tested. That's called the ultimate test, right?
Amen, bro.
And at perhaps his final heartbeat, Michael fired his weapon, and the terrorist detonated his vest simultaneously. Nobody was any more brave than that. In his final act on earth, Michael absorbed the blast, sparing the life of that Polish warrior,
Wow.
who we are grateful to have in the room with us today, Second Lieutenant Karol Cierpica. Karol Cierpica. Where are you, Karol?
Cierpica, tak?
Would you like to come up? Please. I'd love to have you come up. Thank you, Karol.
Wow. Random fun fact, but Karol is actually my mom's name as well. But here in Poland, it's a male name because the president is Karol Nawrocki is a guy's name.
Mr. President, Minister of War, I'm Minister Polish of National Defense. What do you have that you did not receive? This is how I would like to begin these few words, to speak to you all here. In this special place and on occasion of this incredibly important ceremony. A soldier is not something you are from time to time, who you are forever. It is just like you are not a mother, a father, a sister and brother, only for a moment. These are not roles given to us for a while. They are a great gift, but also a great lifelong commitment. Yes, today my commitment and my greatest gift is to cultivate the memory of true, heroic act of courage that I witnessed performed by your beloved son, Michael.
Wow.
Please forgive me if my words have not fully captured what I truly feel today. However, sometimes words are simply not enough. I'm deeply moved, happy, and grateful to God for my service, for my parents, for my family, for my beloved homeland, Poland, for my second family from Staten Island, and for my second homeland, America. God bless you all. Michael, thank you for your service, and I will see you in our heavenly homeland. Thank you for your service. Thank you so much.
I know so many Polish guys in real life that look just like him. Receding hairline, glasses, but masculine as f. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like I can never trust mainstream media nowadays. It seems like every news outlet has some form of agenda, and they're always reporting different versions of the truth. This is why I think we're so divided now. These social media algorithms are showing us things purposely in order to make us mad and for us to engage. To keep myself informed, the only place I trust is ground news. For every story, you can see which types of news outlets reported on the story. This story, for example, talks about how 180 migrants were able to cross into Poland illegally through a tunnel from Belarus. You can look at the bias comparison to see which news outlets reported on it and you can see how factually accurate each of these outlets were. And nobody else seems to be this honest. One of the coolest features of this app is the blind spot feed, which highlights stories that are underreported by one side of the spectrum. If you subscribe today, you get 40% off of their vintage plan, which gives you unlimited access to all of their features. If you guys want to check them out, go to ground.news/wes or scan the QR code right here. Yo, I'm not gonna even lie, I teared up a bit too. You know, there's something amazing about watching a stoic man, or a man who you know does not say a lot, talk about his family, talk about a fellow brother or comrade who died in battle. And this is one of the big reasons why I personally like to make my videos, right? Because US and Poland have historically had such a strong relationship. There's a lot of Polish immigrants in the US, there's a lot of Americans here. We have a lot of very similar values of freedom, of how we're supposed to treat our family, of God. Even though his English may not be the best, and I know this guy for sure was 100% nervous. I don't know, it's always things like that that bring a tear to my eye. And you see that he's married as well, you know, so he gave a shout out to his kids and his wife in the beginning of the speech. It's just something beautiful about it, this idea of honor and duty, right, to country and to family. And that is something that I feel like we're really losing in America right now because we're so divided, arguing over BS, like a man is a man, a girl's a girl, black, white, Republican, Democrat. At the end of the day, it's all BS. When you can put aside your differences and in a time of war like this, show that bravery and perform, right? I think this is like the ultimate masculine duty. And I have tremendous respect for this man and the other soldier who also died protecting this man. This is a very powerful moment. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think it was gonna get this emotional.
And Karol is joined by his wife and their two wonderful sons, Jacob and Michael. Michael is named after the American hero who saved his father's life.
Wow.
So stand up, Michael. Let me see. That's great. We're also pleased to be joined by several members of the Polish government, including representatives of the president, who I think is a fantastic man, by the way. I must be honest with you. I endorsed him and he won, and he came from behind. He won, and he was the biggest story in Europe, and he's going to be a great president. He already is. Yeah,
I remember the election night, actually. It was crazy because it was like 51%, 49%, Nawrocki was losing, and then at the last minute, it flipped and Nawrocki won. That was like a craziest swap ever. Yeah.
But as well as Poland's Minister of Defense, to honor the blood and sacrifice that has helped seal the Polish-American bond. We have a great bond. We have a great relationship with your country. And I just want to thank you to Michael's parents, Bob and Linda. Your son's selflessness in the face of real evil reminds us of the courage that keeps our country free. And I just said the genetics in that family are very strong, right? I said that before. All three families, I said, good. I see some of the young ones today, and I said, you have good genes. They were asking me, what does that mean? I said, don't worry about it. You'll figure it out. But you have the best genes you can have, actually. So thank you for giving America your beloved son.
I like to often think, where does this type of courage come from? Why do soldiers put their lives on the line to protect their country? I've always found it very admirable because I'm not a soldier myself. And I truly believe it's because of family values and you have something to fight for. If you have a wife, if you have kids, if you have something that you're protecting, it gives men a reason to be brave and to fight. I think this type of courage should be encouraged and should it be promoted. No matter which side you lean on, even if you don't like Trump, you gotta admit that he handled this ceremony respectively. And the soldier who also got the award deserves respect. Do you like this type of video? Let me know what you guys think and I will see you on the next one.